In just a mo, I'll give you a brief explanation behind each answer, linking the vocabulary or contextual links between the text and the question. I'll be going through the answers quickly, so make sure your coursebook is open in front of you, and please stop and rewind the video as you need to take the time to find the vocabulary and contextual links that I'll be talking about. Ready? Then let's go. For question 1, the answer is B, because the main text before the gap says she didn't know what was wrong. This links to B, where it says I didn't understand anything. The portrayal of B in near total auditory and visual memory and lack of understanding connects to the main text after the gap as regards different types of exams which required different skills. For question 2, the answer is F, because in F it describes a breakthrough, which we contextually understand as referring to her learning disabilities mentioned in the main text before the gap. After the gap, there's plenty of reference to Zazetsky, somebody describing what I experienced, and he and him, which are substitutive forms which also refer to Zazetsky. For question 3, the answer is G, because the text, I began to see that maybe an area of my brain wasn't working, which we can find in the main text before the gap, links directly to the region of our own brain that had been malfunctioning in G. Also, the main text after G describes the next part of her research. For question 4, the answer is A, because the mention of devising exercises in A links back to the main text where it mentioned grow a bigger and better brain. Also, the mental exhaustion mentioned in the main text after the gap refers back to the exercises with the clock faces in A. Lastly, the main text after the gap says after 3 or 4 months of this, and this also refers to the exercises mentioned in A. For question 5, the answer is D, because D continues the contextual flow as it mentions developing more exercises and the results of those exercises. The main text after the gap says it was revolutionary work, and this directly refers to the exercises she was doing and devising. For question 6, the answer is E, because E talks about children being dismissed as impossible, and this relates to the main text after the gap where it says so many children get written off. In other words, considered to be too difficult or impossible to work with. There is another link in E as regards the academic and professional success, which relates to the end of the text where it says there is hope for these people.